What up? What up? This your boy Sir Said back with another one. Let's talk. Got my boy in the building with me today.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dysfunctional.
All right. Hey man, Miss MDB here shortly, so she gonna just jump in the conversation when we get here. What we gonna do right now is just, what I'm saying, fiddle faddle around a little bit, kill some time, get everybody caught up with what we got going on. Before we get the show started, I want everybody to look out for a single that Dis and I got together. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on the lookout for that. Also, look out for Dis's album that he has. Is it out? It's out already, right?
It's out.
It's out already.
There's a single with me and him on there too.
All right, so y'all definitely, what's the name of it?
Bad Things.
Bad Things. Y'all go and check that out, man, real quick. Y'all definitely be sure to look for that on all your streaming sites, all your streaming platforms, wherever you go to get your music at. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go and definitely support the movement, for real.
No doubt.
You know what I'm saying? That's just how we giving it up right now. Um, last week we were talking about finances and prisoner, the prisoner mentality, right? Not prisoner as in inmates and stuff like that, but prisoners of our own mindset. You know what I'm saying? Of our own vices, of things that hold us back and stuff like that.
Right.
And we left off with finances, right? That was the last thing that we talked about. So, I remember one of the things that we were talking about was that a lot of people aren't taught finances.
Right.
They're taught about money, but they're not taught about finances. So we're going to touch on that a little bit, you know what I'm saying, to get y'all thoughts and opinion on that, right? And before we get into that, let me say for all your videography, for all your digital media print needs, for all your mix and mastering, audio technical stuff, you know what I'm saying, if you just need booth time, y'all definitely be sure to check up Alabama's Finest Studios. You know what I'm saying? Hit them up. Go to alabamafinest.net if you want to catch all of the podcasts that we shoot. So it's uploaded on there, and you can catch it at any time. All right, so jumping back into the conversation. Let me ask you this, Brother Diz.
All right.
Why do you think most people are taught about money but not finances?
Okay. People are taught about money because it goes hand-to-hand correlation with how to count.
Right. True.
Um,
True.
You can count to 10, you know what $10 is.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So on and so on.
Right.
The reason why people are taught money because most people don't understand finances, so they don't know how to talk anything but money.
Okay. That's true. That's true. And it seemed like, though, when you try to tell people that or, help hip them to the game, they almost make it seem like they know it already.
Most people will, but it just so happens I got 2 degrees in accounting. So
Okay.
I know
Okay.
about finance real well.
Right.
But I remember growing up, people that didn't know about money would say things like, "Oh man, I got kids.
Mm-hmm.
That's $2,500."
Mm-hmm.
And
Right.
That's not the case.
Right.
Like when
Right.
you're claiming your taxes, children aren't money; they're a credit.
Right.
You might get that money back, but it's still just a credit. So
Right. Okay. Okay. And it's funny. Okay. All right. There we go. We back on y'all. Pardon that part. Go ahead. Finish up. Go ahead.
so like I was saying, when I was younger, people used to say, "I got kids, so I'm getting 2,500 or more back per kid."
Mm-hmm.
And your kid is not cash; your kid is a credit.
Right.
It offsets how much you made that year.
Right. Right. Right.
So
But
that breadwinner is also a credit in itself too, because
Mm-hmm.
they're one of the primary contributors to the economy.
oh,
Yes.
absolutely. Absolutely. Right.
So I feel like the U.S. government, they probably get bank loans from the World Bank
They do.
per working individual.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how they're able to get loans for trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars.
This
And-
is true.
Piggyback off what you were saying.
And when you think about it, they always talk about it on the level of finances.
But they don't explain it.
Right, they don't explain it, but they always, like you
know,
said,
every
yeah, it's
president-
finance, yeah.
Every president then said something about I took out $1 trillion this or $1 trillion
Yep.
that. And
Yep,
it's going to affect this, this, and this, and all people hear is how it benefits them.
right, right,
Oh, we're gonna get a stimulus check, or we're gonna get, you know what I'm saying,
I mean,
X amount of dollars for unemployment, but nobody understands how that offsets the government.
right, what that really means.
Like the stimulus was only put in place because it needed to stimulate the economy again.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
it gave you the money not for you to invest, not for you to save, not for you to put put towards good credit.
But just spend.
Not spend. They wanted you to go buy a new car,
Mm-hmm.
some new TVs,
Mhm.
some new clothes,
Yep.
groceries.
Yep.
Continue to pay your utilities because everything is
Cell phones and et cetera
phones.
to stimulate the economy.
Right.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And it's funny that you know the piggyback off of what they said in regards to like finances and everything. We are not taught to handle finances unless we wanted to pursue a career to where we want to learn how to manage finances. Like in his case, I didn't have that. My mind was on something else. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Well, I got into it because when I went to the Marine Corps, I purposely, there was two things I said to my recruiter. One thing I already knew. He said, "Tell me what job you want to, what job you want to do in the Marine Corps. We have every job there is in the world in the Marine Corps." I said, "You don't." He said, "We do." I said, "Well, if I tell you what I want to be, and y'all don't have it,
Then
what?
what? Mm-hmm.
So he was like, "All right, go. Tell me what you want." I'm like, "I want to be an anesthesiologist." He was like, "Wait a minute. The Marine Corps doesn't have a medical. So you can't tell me that we gonna have every job that there is."
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Okay, well, give me a number. Give me a number." I said, "Well, if you can guarantee me not having to go to the front line, because I don't want to shoot a gun no more. I didn't do that life." He was like, "So if you can make higher than a 40 or something on your ASVAB, I can give you so many. I can give you different options." So I went out to the ASVAB, made a 43. He's like, "Well, there's finance, there's S1. I'm like, "What's that?" He's like, "That's paperwork." That don't sound funny. He's like, "You can be a mechanic or something." And I'm like, "I don't want to be a mechanic." So I'm like, what is finance?" He's like, "That's payroll. You do a payroll, travel, pay."
expenses.
I said, "Oh, I do that." You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll take that over all that other stuff. I
Right,
sit in the office,
right.
do a 9 to 5, then I get out of the Marine Corps, I can translate that to a real job. Got out of the Marine Corps, went back to college, got my degrees in finance. So,
Okay. Okay.
But I think if we were more ready for the world, a lot of people would teach their children about finances.
Mhm. Mhm.
they can't teach what they don't know, though.
Exactly.
That is correct, but I know they said that the game is to be sold but not to be told. But what if we were never told from the beginning of our forefathers, our ancestors were never told about the
They
tricks
weren't.
of the trade?
They
and
weren't.
Going to school,
Right.
Segregated
That's why they
and
bought
segregated
houses.
in-
That's why they bought land, bought houses.
Right,
And then
right.
when slavery ended, they found a way to take all that land back. Because they didn't know nothing about finance. They didn't know nothing about contracts, paperwork.
Right. They ain't know nothing about that.
People should in the form of giving back, they can also give back not in other ways other than monetary. They can give away
Knowledge.
knowledge-wise.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Knowledge is
That's
free.
the time of the 10th.
Exactly. You see
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
So
the
that's
time
what
of the
I was
10th
just
been
trying to
taught.
get
Yeah,
at. You see what I'm saying?
definitely.
Oh, absolutely. And
Again,
that's
these are things
essential.
that you only learn in black colleges, though.
Mm.
Exactly.
Mm.
But in order to get the full experience, go get it. It don't matter how old you are.
Oh, nah. Oh, yeah.
This is
Age
true.
ain't,
This
age
is
ain't
true.
got nothing to do with
And
it.
then it don't necessarily have to be finances, but if you really want to learn how to be successful in this corporation called
You
America,
gotta learn how to-
how to manage finances.
You gotta
You
learn how
have
to make
to.
that dollar do the most of it. Cause
That's right. That's
our
right.
dollar today does not mean as much as it did 25 years ago.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Euro now.
That's
The
true.
euro is the thing now.
Right.
But
And-
like
and-
25 years ago, our American dollar meant we had 4 quarters. We had a whole
right.
dollar.
You had literally 100 pennies. You had $1. Right.
Now you take that same dollar, you might have 73 cents now.
Maybe.
Or you go to Mexico, you get 10 and 8.
And that is their money's real cheap. Their money's cheap next to rubles. So you know what I'm saying? We got rubles. Rubles is
All
like
right. We back.
100 rubles to $1. So like you
Right,
go somewhere like
right.
Brazil, you could live great off $1 million.
Like a king. Look who in the building, y'all. Y'all see it, Miss MD. She done showed up, man. Y'all see it, man. All right, so now we got some beauty in here amongst all these beasts. So it's all good, you know what I'm saying? And she brought some candy. That's what I'm talking about, y'all. Oh, we ready.
Old school.
Ready. So good Lord. So look, man, y'all need to. Good Lord.
I love
That's what I'm talking about, y'all. All right, look. Man, good.
Hey,
look,
I'm
man.
tardy. Let me sweeten up that tardy for you.
All Right, that's what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
let
She
me
come
sweeten
bearing
it up.
gifts. That's what I'm talking about, man.
Bring
Hey.
gifts. I bet.
So, like Brother Dis was just saying, he was talking about the finances and stuff like that. How a lot of people aren't taught about finances. They're taught about money. Yeah, but the importance of finances and understanding what all it encompasses and stuff like that, right? So you have to understand about finances and not just money. That's why you can see some people who say they sold a house with no money. That's because they understand how it works.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they bought a car with no money down and terrible credit. Stuff like that. They understand, or they have. I mean, not terrible. You know what I'm saying? they understand.
Not terrible credit.
Not terrible now,
No,
but
not
they
terrible.
It's
understand.
enough to dig yourself in the hole.
Well, I
So
mean,
you gotta pay it off, though.
when you understand about finance, like okay, like I don't know if y'all seen the video of the guy who brought the jet because he didn't want to pay his taxes.
Because he didn't want to pay taxes.
He didn't want to pay his taxes, which was like I think he said
$100 million.
yeah, $100 million in taxes.
But he
brought the jet for 62.
for 62.
For 62
I thought
million.
it was 3 points.
Nah, it was like I think it was like 62 because what he said it
souped
took
up.
him
Okay.
it took him to another tax bracket,
Yeah.
which
yeah.
allowed him to pay less,
Pay it
way
as
less.
a write-off.
Exactly. So make
That's-
my little candle like nothing. So
That's why you got to know your finances. You
exact-
got to know how to make the dollar.
he
move.
knew that, right? So it's like
Make
he
your
knew
money
about
work
finances.
for you.
Just like I'm gonna give y'all a
Finance.
secret.
Mm-hmm.
This is a secret now.
All right.
I'm only telling y'all.
All right.
And 3,000 people that's listening right now, they look into the experience this like this.
All right.
All right. Come on.
If
Give
you
it to
want
me.
to get rich,
No pressure.
what you do is you start a foundation or a trust, and you make it so that you're the only person that can withdraw money from. No matter how much money is in that trust, it takes away how much taxes you got to pay. But you're still rich because you can access this money.
Mm-hmm.
But they can't tax that money. So it's like free money in a trust.
Hmm.
It's your money, or however you get the people to fill the money up in the trust. It's your money, but they can't mess with that money.
But the banks are borrowed from and pay you interest on this, right?
They can.
That's why I always said if I hit when I hit the lottery, I'm gonna claim it in the form of an LLC. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And that's perfectly legal.
Hey,
Yeah.
so won't nobody come knocking on my door.
Bam. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you might loan
Pay my little taxes.
cousin.
You know what I'm saying? Your Fed and your state, get that out the way. Boom. Like you said, ain't no little cousins or uncles or aunties popping up.
Mhm. Loan loss.
Mhm,
Loan
right.
loss. Yeah. So what? Fill me up. Speed me up on the speed of
So-
what I missed out on.
What we were doing was we revisited the last conversation of the prison mentality. And we were
Okay.
talking about finances and how a lot of people are taught about money but not about finances. So we were just giving some examples of that, like the government and how the currency exchange, how our American dollar used to be worth one thing, now it ain't worth nothing. You know what I'm saying? So like stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And we was
Okay.
waiting for you so we can jump into the next subject.
One of my subscribers said, "How do you invest money to keep making money successfully?"
Stocks, real estate. You find where money crumbs trail go.
Mm-hmm.
So when you know real estate is gonna be here forever, because here's the thing, people, you got bodies. They gotta have somewhere to live.
Bury.
And we gotta have someone to bury them. So insurance, you can get in the insurance industry. There's other aspects of investing that money, as far as making sure you're looking at the fact they need vehicles, life changes. People have babies. You know, get into the insurance industry. You know, learn about becoming an insurance agent
Put your
and writing
money,
those policies.
have your money in the credit union rather than the bank because they pay more in interest.
Well, some small banks, it's best if you're trying to rebuild and get yourself together. You need to start with a small bank, build relationship, have a positive rapport relationships with these banks, so that you can move on up with another credit union, and then let the credit union come beg you. But I bank with quite a few.
Mm-hmm.
So
Me too.
I love it, but I also look at the interest.
The easiest stocks to get into are the ones that you use, the products that you use on a regular.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Yep.
Why-
The products
if you-
you're already using.
Right.
Yep.
If you T-Mobile customer, you better get on a T-Mobile stock. If you investing in Spectrum, all these companies, hey, they want your money on time. Tell them I want some return on time.
That's right. That's right. I mean,
you
'Cause
drive.
you'll pay less money investing than you will.
Oh baby,
Uh-oh.
did I just choke you?
the price of the product.
Yeah, the price of the product is less than
That's right.
the amount of money you're paying stock.
Exactly.
Right.
See, funny how I knew what he was about to say. See that?
Look
So
at
we're
that.
here.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's right.
You see that?
I'm
That's
on
right.
that same page.
I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Absolutely. So now that Miss MD is here, we're gonna jump into this week's conversation, y'all. This week's conversation, which is titles. Titles. Why are titles so important? Why are titles so important? Y'all be sure to tune in on Facebook for this conversation.
Uh-oh.